Welcome everybody. This is a very popular question. X is equal to 5 times x. We are expected to find x. Now usually what people would be intended to do here is to divide both sides by x. So they are using the division operation and they cancel the x's on the left versus the x's on the right, and you get 1 is equal to 5. This is a contradiction. Now it is imperative to understand, to use the division operation you have a condition. Now there are two cases. Case 1, the number, in this case x, that you are using should not be equal to 0. This is the first condition. Now there is the second condition, case 2. If the number is equal to 0, then division is not possible. Simple as that. So you have two cases, case 1 and case 2. For case 2, when x is equal to 0, division is not possible. So outrightly we cannot take x to be equal to 0. But for the case when x is not equal to 0, can we move ahead with the division operation? That is the question. So let us assume that x is not equal to 0 and we are moving ahead here. So in this case, x is not equal to 0. I am dividing both sides by x and I am ending up with 1 is equal to 5, which is a contradiction. So that means what? The logic fails here. Logic failure. So the ultimate conclusion is we cannot divide the equation by x. That is the ultimate condition, or that is the ultimate conclusion that we are facing in this case. So that is why we cannot use division operation. Now another important note you have to know here is, whenever you use division or multiplication on a system, if you use division or multiplication on a system, the system changes. System changes to non-invertible form. So what do you mean by that? The meaning is you cannot go back to the original. Say this is the original system and you are using the division operation on this system. The system will change to a new system. From here you cannot revert back to the original system because this is a new system. We do not know what is the form of the original system from this new system. So that is a very important point you have to know. Now, say for example, I have 4x is equal to 8. I am using the division operation and I divide by 2. So what happens here? 4 is divided by 2, 8 is divided by 2, and I am getting a new system. 2x is equal to 4. Now, initial system is 4x is equal to 8. This is the original system. The new system is 2x is equal to 4. Are these two systems equal? Tell me, are these two systems equal? That's an important question. You might say they are equal, but the answer is not so. They are not equal. They are equivalent. Why they are equivalent? Because they are producing the same solution, x is equal to 2. But they are not equal. Why? This has a coefficient of 4, this has a coefficient of 2. I was telling you 2x is equal to the system produced by the division operation is non-invertible. Now this is the new system. Given this new system, there is no way of you finding out the original system. Or you might be thinking, or you might be saying, oh, I can just multiply by 2. But how do you know that you need to multiply by 2? That is the important part, or that is the important point, because I can produce this using infinite number of systems. Okay, that is the important point you have to know. Okay, having mentioned to you that, let me clarify this difference between equal and equivalent. These two systems are equivalent. Why? They produce the same solution, x is equal to 2. Are they equal? No. Because of the presence of the coefficient 4 here and 2. Now take it like this. Say you have two stocks. Okay. So this is say for example conventional razor blades. Okay, conventional razor blades. A company is a local company is manufacturing razor blades, and there is another company, say Gilma, something like that. This company is also manufacturing safety razors or something like that. Safety razor blades. Okay. So one is local company or making the conventional razor blades, and the other is say Gilmatti or something like that. This company is also making safety razor blades. Now this company is giving you 4 times the return on investment, and this company is giving you 2 times the return on investment. Okay, 2 times the return. So what does it mean? If you put X dollars into this company, you will get out $8. And if you put X dollars in this company, you will get $4. So are they one and the same? $8 and $4, are they one and the same? This is for a smaller magnitude. Imagine the investment is huge. It will make a world of difference. So that's why I was mentioning to you, there's a lot of difference between equal systems and equivalent systems. X is equal to 2 ensures the system is equivalent. So having mentioned to you that and explained to you why we cannot divide, I hope we can solve the system. So how do we solve it? Now x is equal to 5x. The best way to solve using operation is by subtraction. Okay, you can just subtract these two on left hand side and right hand side. So what do you have to subtract? I'm going to subtract 5x on both sides. Why? Because for subtraction we have no condition. There are no conditions at all. You just subtract. That's all. So this is the safest operation to conduct on systems. So what happens here? X minus 5x, what do you get? X minus 5x will give you negative 4x. So what do you get here? 5x minus 5x, what do you get? You get 0. Right? So what happens here? This is, you can rewrite this as 4 times x is equal to 0. Now if AB is equal to 0, then either A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0. Now 4 cannot be equal to 0. So this means x should be equal to 0. So x is equal to 0 is the only solution. Now let me give you the geometrical part. Okay, this is the geometrical part. You take the line y is equal to x, and you take the line y is equal to 5x. The intersection of these two lines can only occur at x is equal to 0. Okay, why? Because both of them are increasing. Both of them are what? Are increasing. Y is equal to x is increasing, y is equal to 5x is also increasing. Okay, and if they have to intersect, they will just intersect at one point, and that point is x is equal to 0. Thank you everybody. Please like, share and subscribe.